the last He opened the last envelope and carefully read the message. Find a stick and write on the sand all your resentments and dissatisfactions. Every day, he wrote his resentments on the sand. One day, as he was writing yet more resentments and dissatisfactions, he realized that just as soon as he wrote them, a wave would roll in and erase his words. The man suddenly understood something and burst into tears. The day came for him to go home. He found himself with a totally different outlook than when he had come to the seaside. A complete relaxation and a sense of non-attachment that made him even forget about all the fear of death that had occupied him before. He returned to the old monk and showed his appreciation. The old monk smiled and said, "Did you know that? Because people never learn about these three things, they are never happy." The man asked, "Could you please explain more?" With a thoughtful gaze, the old monk said, "Would you want to hear these things? These are three things." The old monk said, "First, people are swayed by fame and money, so forget to rest. We are so too busy to have 5 minutes to get to rest." Second, one has to give away in order to receive, to return. To receive in return. And third, one has to let go of the unpleasantness such as resentment, frustration, and dissatisfaction. We should learn, let it go. Let it go. Always we are impacted by the past, by a bad yesterday, or dreaming of a future. But now, just practice to have a clear mind with this moment and let it go. Now, how is our life every day? How is our everyday life? Of course, all of us have some goals for our life. Some goals we would want to attain to reach. And we can still lead a balanced and poised life while we are reaching our goals. We can lead a balanced and poised life despite the continuous oscillations of feelings and sentiments. even being happy or depressed, upbeat or miserable, when we acquire a full awareness from a clear state of mind. Sometimes we complain about the problems we are confronting. Do you have any problems in your life?
Yes.
Who has no problem in your life? But I heard one saying of a man on YouTube. There is situations, there is no problems. It is situations to be solved, but it is not problem. Our mind make it problem. Dipama, a Zen master, I think many of you know Dipama. She says, the problem you are facing is non-existent. It is materialized by your thought process. When you say, this is my suffering, this is what I have to solve, this is what I am suffered. If you don't think that way, there will be no more problem. And to nurture our tranquil, our inner peace, we might practice meditation, to sit resting. But some people feel rather bored when just sit for some time. And one person, Jack Eagler, asked Dipama, where is the positive side of practicing meditation when all is but a roomy gray color devoid of desire, angst, ambition, greed? So what is the essence of meditation? And Dipama burst out laughing. Oh man, you do not understand. Life is still the same. We always feel all the changes through different parts. You will also notice a lot of freshness and novelty in every instant. Life can appear to be boring, but each day, each minute, each second are filled with wonders and grace. So still the same life, but when our mind is clear and tranquil, it is not a boring day, boring life, or frustrating life, but each minute, each second are filled with wonders and grace. That is the status that wealthy man experienced when he was on the beach, just resting, don't do anything, looking up to the clouds or hearing the sound of the seagulls. And then the wonders and grace of the word reveals by itself. Why? Because all this happiness and this peace is innate. It is inherent. And we call true nature. We don't need to search for it everywhere. We don't need to try to find it. It is here and now. And that is the true inner foundation for our life.
That we can build. That we can build for ourselves.
So the next part is the true understanding. We usually think mistakenly think our goals is the most important. We put all our effort to attain, to try to achieve, to reach our goals, and forget the more important part is the inner peace, the inner foundation. The immediate goals are like as the furnitures in the room, whereas the platform is the space inside the room. May I use this to illustrate this? And you can replace or remove the furnitures, and the space remains the same. When you move the furnitures around, they might hit one another, yet the space is always can accept everything. And we seldom notice the space of the room. When you enter a room, you will see this thing, that thing, this picture, everything. But seldom you realize the space there. And so, without the awareness, you cannot do anything. You are hearing, you are understanding, you are doing your job, hosting the Zoom, everything, of course, thanks to the awareness. But seldom we recognize it. It is like the root underneath the ground. We cannot see the root. We cannot see the foundation of a building. And we seldom or never notice the space of the room or the space of our heart, our mind. We think this, we think that, we have this emotion, sadness, happiness, but those are like the furnitures in the room. Coming, going, our emotions, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm frustrated. Those things come and go, like the furnitures in the room. And our mind, our awareness is the space in which those status appear by conditions and change by conditions. So when we recognize what is the most important thing, that is, we are starting our practice. So please pay attention to discern the doing and the being. In our daily life, we're always busy with the doing. We're always busy with the doing. What's on my to-do list today? Do you usually ask this to yourself? At the first moment when you wake up, what's on my to-do list today? Just be. So there would be millions of tasks to have to complete. And we are trapped in such a rush, a stressful whirlwind, including me. Yeah, including me. My to-do list is rather long. And I always remind myself, just be. But that is life, the busyness. We cannot choose any other option. Fortunately, being is another element, an excellent solution that can help us to get out of the frustration or tightness of our life. Being is now we are here in full awareness and clarity of mind. Being is to be here both physically and mentally. In full awareness. Being is to be here in what we are doing every single moment. When I am drinking, being is just be here. With the water in my mouth, with the feeling of my fingers holding the cup, with the weight of the cup, just be here in full awareness, totally and naturally. It is not a concentration. You don't need to concentrate. The awareness is innate. Just be here. Feeling the water down through the throat, down. You can use it as a homework for yourself. Whenever you drink a cup of coffee, of course, you have to drink something every day. But, always we just pour water in the cup and then pour it into the mouth and then swallow and then keep on doing or keep on thinking.
Not even know the taste.
Yeah.
Not even notice the taste.
So, and now, this is an interesting and necessary task when you drink a cup. Be with it. At the moment you pour water into the cup and you lift it up, hold it, feeling the coldness of the cup, and then drink. So save 1 minute for your life while you are drinking. And that is the essence of Zen, being here in the moment. That is Zen practice. So it is not a process of what we are doing, but it is the awareness itself in what we are doing. This awareness is formless, hence untouchable, yet experienceable. You are always with it from the first moment you came into being. It means when you were born, you are with the awareness already. So we call it true nature. And it is your ultimate foundation from which everything can come into being. But unfortunately, we are scarcely notice this crucial foundation. We are too busy in fulfilling our everyday goals, money, fame, love, job, etc. To know, too busy with those things to notice the source of energy. So we skip this and we miss many things. We miss this. We have missed it, the true nature. Now it's about time for us to rebuild this foundation for ourselves. And the practice is simple, very simple. And I think that all of you know it. First, relax, letting go. Second, live with the moment. Do we live with the present or with the past or future? Here there is something interesting. I hope that you can read it. I was thinking of all my problems. I was thinking of all the pain of the past. And I was thinking of all the certainty of the future. And I was thinking, poor me, my sad life. And then I was thinking how little time there is. And I'm really thinking it's all just hopeless. What can I do? What can I do? Stop thinking. That is the remedy. And that is why we practice, we sit meditating. And then live the moment. And then enjoy everything around us. And then we will find the freshness and beauty of our life every moment. And at last, the awareness, the true nature, will reveal by itself. You don't need to search for it, to find it anywhere.
Even to pay for it.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for listening.